You know, if you would spend that much energy and time and all that stuff, and you know, form your own views and your own opinions and do your own research and see what your little brain really thinks about this shit. You know, don't just go with the flow of this half or that half. Do you. You do you. And the world will be a better place. And just talking a little bit about radio, man. How am I blessed to be a part of podcasting? I cannot tell you how awesome it feels. I cannot tell you the blessings that I say that are bestowed on me every single day. And then I get, you know, just talking about just like quality. You know, quality is one thing, but like I'm trying to listen to this program on NPR. I'll get you guys a sound nugget of it, and I don't want to knock the lady because I think she's probably like at least 80 something years old on AM radio. And I mean, and she seems like she's got either some really good notes in front of her, or she's still got a good brain. However, she cannot articulate her words. I mean, like at would be like 6 syllables, like t t t t t. That was 7, but still. T t. There you go. That would be at, and she would like a fucking 50-word sentence take like 4 minutes, and by the time she finished a sentence, you don't really know what the fuck she had said because you're like focusing on like it's another language that you're trying to translate. I don't know, that kind of got me a little bit because it's like, what in the fuck, does she own the station or something? I might bring you guys an audio nugget of that just to see what you think. Like I say, I'm not knocking her. Hell, man, she's fucking making a living or whatever, but she's probably somebody's granny, or I think she probably owns the damn station or something. I don't know, but I mean, come on. Let her write for the show or whatever. And I guess, I don't know. I mean, hey, to each their own. And if it's your grandmother, I apologize. I'm not trying to talk shit about somebody's granny. I'm not even talking shit about her. You know what really it is? What really it is that what kind of gets on my nerves a little bit is whenever, you know, they're gonna I don't know. It's not the views and the opinions, which they were also a little bit off, in my opinion. You know, pretty throwed, and someone that old that's still just that fucking set in those ways. I mean, do you have the feeling that they will never change, or do you have the feeling that maybe if you could just sit down with that person for an hour or two, get to know them, that maybe you could change one opinion or one view, and then maybe the world would be a better place? My whole frustration with that is the programming director, whoever's directly involved with saying, hey, let's put this person on the radio. You know what I'm saying? And speaking of the radio, you can start your own podcast. It's as easy as sitting down and hitting record. One of your army buddies, one of your neighbors, you know, hey, your neighbor across the street always has a funny story to tell you, right? Singing in the shower, you can put that shit on there. Fucking, you never know, man, what's going to happen with spontaneous conversation. One of your siblings, your parents, whatevs, man. If you feel like you have something to tell the world, record that shit and put it on podcasting. You're welcome to hit me up, Robert Cole at Robcast Radio on Twitter, and I'll help you any way that I can. That's a fact, Jack. And also, just to let you know, we here at Robcast Radio have started another Robcast specifically pertaining to motorcycles, motorcycling, and motorcycle enthusiasts, and it's called Life Behind Bars Robcast. It's only its 3rd episode. We're getting ready to put our 4th one out there, so thank you all for listening. And if you happen to like motorcycles, tune in to LBBR right here at Robcast Radio, baby. And oh yeah, what the fuck is skillet mix? It has pop to get something. Like normally, if I'm gonna make let's say soft tacos or chili, I'll use turkey because it's a leaner meat. It's supposed to be better for you. Definitely better than. He brought something called skillet mix. It wasn't called beef. It didn't say beef on it anywhere, and if it's still in the freezer, because I damn sure haven't cooked it, what the fuck is skillet mix, man? Read these ingredients of what's this so-called food that they're selling you there at the grocery store. And I can tell you that when you start putting better things into your body, it definitely helps your mind and your spirit. That's something that I hadn't really talked about on the program before because I didn't know any better. Do you realize if you're putting sugar into your body, a lot of sugar into your body, that's not good for you. That's not a natural thing that was put on this earth that you're made to digest a lot of. And everything has sugar in it. So I'm just saying, man, be careful. Take it one step at a time. For me, I had no idea that I was embarking on a journey into my health and well-being when I quit drinking coffee for a few months straight, not out of necessity and not out of habit, but because I didn't have a coffee pot and I couldn't really afford $2 or $3 cup coffee a day, so I quit for almost 5 months. And then when I started drinking coffee again, I said, I'm not going to do sugar. I'm just not going to use sugar. I'm not going to put sugar on my cereal. I'm not going to put sugar in my coffee. And it's great. And then I started looking into, how addictive sugar is. And that's not the only thing. There's a lot of stuff out there, guys. I'm just saying, beware. I don't know what the fuck skillet mix is, but I don't think it even involved the killing of an animal to make this product. Which that's not necessarily bad, but it's being marketed as hamburger meat. Now, I would much rather just use some ground turkey. And, yeah. So, yeah, just be careful. Read the labels of this stuff. If it has more than fucking 72 ingredients, then it's probably not good for you. If it has things that you cannot pronounce, it's probably not great to put in your body. Well, let me know if anyone out around the wild peach area, I used to be out anytime I was out in Wild Peach, I would have this vision that there was a little girl waving at me in the back window of a light tan or a gold 1977 Buick Electra 225. Little blonde girl waving at me in the back window, like going into the distance. And it happened more than once. And this was not in 1977. This was in the 80s, in the late 80s. Anyone else ever see a little girl waving at them out of the back window of a light tan or gold 1970 something Buick Electra, big body 4-door car? I don't know, just something that I wrote down. Why did I write it down? Wow. Well, we know that people are constructing around us here. We got my neighbor right to the west of us are having to build them a whole new house. And they've been just bringing in dump trucks loads of dirt. My neighbor across the street lives in a brick home on a foundation. And the foundation guys came in and gave him an estimate to raise his house up 24 inches. And it was $45,000. I was like, wow, man. Wow. I don't know how much the house is worth, but you could almost just build another house. Like, what the fuck? That's crazy. I mean, it is what it is. So if you're out looking for hatchables, man, I feel for you. Good luck with you and the old hatchable crowd out there trying to get them hatchables. Make the little ones happy, man. You got to get them hatchables, or they're not gonna love you anymore. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? Right, Flip? Yeah, and you run into this too, man. Whenever somebody's just like, "Fuck that motherfucker." Like, dude, why on earth would you have that opinion about someone unless they personally, slap you upside the head? I don't get it. I mean, and again, too, a lot of the views and opinions and stuff that you're going on are hearsay. So why do we have that? Even with, some of our past classmates. You remember he said something to a girl from the 7th fucking grade and it sticks in your head. I'm guilty of that myself. There's a particular person on Facebook that I'm not going to be their friend, period, because of a comment that they made to me in high school. And why? I don't know. Maybe we'll delve into that, into my psyche, and see what's what. And, but yeah, I mean, we can't judge people like that. That's petty. Let's just say, whenever you have a beautiful day going on, everything is wonderful, and then your phone rings, or you get a text, or you get a message on fucking Facebook or Twitter or whatever, and it's totally outside the world that you're in right now. This little electronic device goes on. And if anything on there affects your mood negatively, that's you. That's all your fucking fault. That's my fault if I let that happen. Haters are gonna hate, man. Give them a fucking thing of haterade and tell them to get on down the road. Because these people are not creative. The people that just want to tear other people down and think that there's not enough in the world if they want to take it all and they don't want to share. These are the people that do not feel their place in society. They become dead weight on society, and guess what? We end up having to fucking talk them along. I do not want you to be one of those people. You've got to go out and get what you motherfucking want, and the time to do it is right now. The past, the beauty of the past is it is behind us. It's done, son. You can make all the notes and all the plans and all the visions of your future, paint them clearly, but tomorrow may not happen. We could not wake up tomorrow, so we've got to do what we can do with the time that we've got at our hands right now. So yeah, what's going on around the world? We got human organ harvesting in India, buying kidneys on the black market from people from, I guess they say poor people coming in to India from somewhere. And they're like, yeah, we'll give you this much for your kidney. It's probably $8 or something. But yeah, that was in the news, because listening to NPR and the late night Coast to Coast and what else? I listen to some crazy radio programming. Just whatever occupies the time. Sometime in the evening, there's no telling what kind of crazy stories about UFOs, Sasquatch, Chupacabra, chemtrails. You name it, man. I mean, they would throw your mind in a whole nother place if you'll let it, but it can be definitely entertaining. Definitely not entertaining is human organ harvesting. I mean, come on. That's craziness. And then, what about I heard something about Roman Polanski came up in the news. And it was this famous director that met a young and up-and-coming model and actress named, what's her name, Sharon Tate? Right, Sharon, and she was one of the people that got, brutally murdered while she was pregnant by the Manson family. Ugh. And then I heard speculation, and when I was looked on the Wikipedias, like, I don't know why I thought to myself, because Roman Polanski is not in the news about that. He was in the news about something to do with child molestation charges, and he's in a non-extradition country. So Roman Polanski is a famous director, and so I guess he's in another country, and they're not going to extradite him for some sort of child-related charges from the past. But I don't know why, but I just Googled. I said, I wonder if Roman Polanski ever met any of the Manson family. And sure as shit, whenever I Googled that, I guess it showed up on the Wikipedia. You guys can fact check this all you want to. But it said that Roman Polanski did meet Squeaky. So whenever they came in and killed, it was Sharon Tate, it was another guy outside. I wish I could remember all of their names, guys, but it's terrible that Roman Polanski wasn't there. He was overseas, and Sharon Tate was overseas too, and he sent her back because she was due to have a baby any minute, or she didn't go because she was due to have a baby any minute. And so, yeah, she was there, and the Manson family came in and fucking killed all of them. Ugh. But I don't know why I Googled, did Roman Polanski ever meet any of the Manson family, quote-unquote family? That's creepy. And it put on there that, that they were, like, definitely close to one another, And, that's just creepiness, man. That's just creepiness. Oh, why did I even bring that up, dude? Why'd you even let me talk about that? That's creepy. Nobody wants to bring up that old shit. What's bad is that, will justice ever be served for this guy? Is there justice to be served? And if he didn't have anything to stay away from, if he wanted to face a jury of his peers, if he had nothing to hide, my thought would be that he would get a good attorney, and come back.